Good morning, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's recipe. I did. It was amazing. But that's not the topic today. The topic today is why I did all of that really crazy taking out clothes for years that I had under the bed or in storage and actually clearing it out. So stay tuned. So here goes. As most of you know, we're probably going to go into a recession. I never talk about these things, but we have to sometimes. Coffee, eat cig, and we're off. So we're probably going to go into a recession this year, well, it's the end, or next year. And we have to find a way to do and save or do without. Like they say, if it's broken, fix it, do without, find a way to do it for free or cheap. And that's what this channel is all about. So I was thinking, they said that we're going to have one of the worst winters, like one of the coldest winters we're going to have. They're going to be cutting off electricity. I'm not really sure about that, if they're going to do it or not. Yesterday on the news, I was hearing, and I also read, but it's a Greek, so it's no point of showing you the article, that they're thinking of closing stores, like retail stores and supermarkets, 1 or 2 hours in advance. Instead of having the stores on Saturdays close at 6, they're going to close them at 4. Instead of having on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday supermarkets and retail stores, like anything that has to do with retail and food, not restaurants and bars, just supermarkets or whatever selling food. Instead of having them closed, like closing at 9 o'clock, they're thinking of closing them at 7, just to save some energy. Everyone's trying to save energy because, I don't know about you guys, electricity has gone through the roof. Fuel has become so expensive. And following those two things, well, products have gone sky high and the world seems to be going nuts. Plus, they said we're going to have a really hard winter. So it's like, okay, I was thinking of doing it last year. Why not just close the store earlier? So no food waste, no money waste, and clean out. It took me too long. The first week was just taking them out of the room and finding them and dumping them in the living room and putting like shirts with shirts, pants with pants, and just continuing. And that wasn't that long, but I couldn't find boxes to put them back under the bed. So I cleared up all my summer clothes. Some are still upstairs waiting to be washed. But I'll just have a box with a little bit of everything, because there's no way I could have all my clothes washed and put away. And then a new heat, like a little mini heat wave, hit Greece for a couple of days. So I was glad I had my summer clothes. So I can't put everything away. But the majority of things were put away. They're done since yesterday, packed, labeled, and everything. Winter clothes are out. Not all, some. So even if there's a humongous winter, we have the wood stove to keep us hot, warm, and extra clothes. I found socks that were like under things that I couldn't find. I found sweaters that I haven't worn in ages. So if anybody sees me, they'll think they're new. And pants. Some fit, some don't. Who really cares? But since it's gonna be like the news are saying it here in Greece, I'm really curious to hear what the news are saying in your country, in your region, and everything. So do comment. Had to have a sip of coffee. But anyways, like I was saying, just to make sure we do have extra warm clothes and all out on hands anytime needed. Am I finished with the clothes? No. Now I have to do my daughter's room and both of my sons. One that's moved out and he has clothes there for God knows how long. And my other son, when he goes on his work, when he leaves for work, because he's not working right now, I'm just going to do all his room, all his clothes. So it's going to be a project like ongoing for all winter. Perfect me. And that's going to be it. But I'm also thinking, since I do have so many clothes, and no, I'm not giving it away this year. I was giving out 2 garbage bags of clothes for me and my daughter every year, and we weren't buying any extras. At least for me, I was buying just a few. She was buying a few, and there was a lot of things coming in from friends and family. This year, like I said, for 2023, there's not going to be a lot of clothes to buy. It's going to be wants versus needs and actually figuring it out. I do have my wants and needs figured out. So 2023, I'm going to do the most extreme no spend I've done in ages. This year, I bought like 2-3 plants. Killed one, but that's a new story. So I was finding plants, I was actually propagating my old plants, trying to figure things out. Cosmetics, well, except for my daughter's pimple situation, she had to go to the doctor because they were getting worse and worse and worse. She went to I took her to a dermatologist, and she was looking at my hair, and she's like, "You have amazing hair, but from work and stress, you're having like scalp problems." So she gave me some medication. It's like a hair strengthening. Because she goes, "You do have lovely hair, and you know what? Now that's winter for it to become like awful, fall and stuff like that." Well, that of course I had to get. And I am going to be getting more of it when I do run out. And facial cleaner and more medication for her pimples and stuff like that. Day cream, well, I just buy one a year and I don't use it every day. I don't use night creams. I don't use eye creams. I don't use nothing. Just one day cream. And I just use like once a week when my face feels really dry. And facial wash, I use like twice a week when I'm in the shower. I usually just wash my face with water. And because I'm kind of freaking out because of the news, it's going to be a scary year. That's all I know. So found the clothes, writing everything down, being extra careful with my budget. At least I am. My husband, he's not. That's a new story. We're always fighting. I'm very careful with my budget. And yes, we do fight a lot about money and spending because we do have debt and I wanted to get rid of it. And one person, like the saying Greece, one bird cannot bring spring. And one person trying to pay down debt and one not. One's paying minimum and it's too much. Just pay lower the minimum. And I'm like, no. So we're two different people living together and have three kids. So it's going to be very difficult. And that's it for now. I think this channel is going to be more about, I don't know, cooking, saving, my no spend challenge, how I save, and weird things that I spend money on that don't make sense to some people but make sense to me. And no, I'm not going to try to justify it. Because I do want a few things. I'm going to be 50 in 2 months. 2 months, I was about to say 2 years. In 2 months. And I really do miss out. I've been missing out on things. Yeah, things. Experiences and everything. When I work from June, July, August, September, I usually have the store open morning and night. I open around 10 and close around 1 after midnight. So I don't go out, don't go swimming, don't go for a coffee, don't even go out of the store. And I kind of get jealous of my husband because he's out. I'm going to go get some souvlaki to eat. I'll just go for a coffee. Then he goes for beers, S at the end. And I do get jealous of that. But then he gets jealous of me because like the past 2 years plus this one, 2 years we were closing because of COVID, and this year I decided to close by myself from the middle of September. So I'm just doing house chores, running errands that I haven't run since the beginning of June. And I'm just at home. I don't have to be working 9 to 5. Or in his situation, 12 at midnight till 8 in the morning. Or 4 in the afternoon till midnight. Or like today, 7:30 till 4, I think. I don't have that kind of thing. Do I wish I had a job? Yes. But something that'll be worth it. If I get a job and they're paying me only $500 a month and I have to drive and give $300-400 on fuel and be left with like $100, put the tires, oil changes, and the car maintenance from all that driving, that'll be around $100 a month, I assume. So it's like working not to be home. Why do that? When all I made is just rationing it out. So there's a lot of thinking and hours of thinking, just sitting in front of paper and pen and thinking what I can do more. Thinking for next year, trying to figure out how much I actually need to be able to sustain my way until I'm 67. That's when I'm going to be getting my pension. It's easy. It's just a piece of paper and a pen. But I've been putting it off for some reason. And I might just do it today or tomorrow or after the wedding on Saturday. And I also do want to go visit my son in Athens. Just to get... I do want to visit him, but I also want to visit McDonald's. Last time I had a Big Mac, I think I showed you guys, that was last year. And donuts. I love donuts. And I heard they brought bagels in Athens. Like bagels, the ones I used to have in Canada. Last time I had an actual bagel was in 2012. So yeah, I do miss a few things, so I have to budget it out and see if I can actually make the trip and actually be able like donuts and a Big Mac I'm gonna get anyways. But would I be able to go, because it's gonna be really far away, I don't know, to find the bagels? We'll see. I think of things in advance and actually burn my brain cells thinking about them, like what I want to do. On the other hand, my husband's like, yep, I'm going for a beer. Ends up drinking 4 beers, 5 beers out, costing €3 a beer. So that's 5 by 3, 15, plus the smokes, another, let's just say 10, just make sure, 25. Doing that 3 times a week, that's 75, plus in between smokes, another, let's say 25. It's more than that, so 200 a week, so you need 800. My calculations don't know. Another 25, that's 100, that's 400 extra on stupidities for an hour or two, plus his fuel for work. And then he's like, there's no money, where's the money going? Well, I know where my money is going, I know where your money is going, but that's not my problem. So this video has gone too long for today. Let's finish it here. There's a lot of food for thought to actually to think, to try to resolve, and everything. Until my next video, goodbye, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed it. Showing off my hair. I don't know why. I haven't dyed it this year and I'm loving it. So until next time, please save, be careful, and I can't wait to read your comments. And if you made it this far, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out. Till next time.